In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an account for the Mon Projet Quebec. The first thing you have to do is going to Quebec Immigration website. After that, you have to click on Mon Projet Quebec and then you will press on create your account. You will be redirected to a virtual waiting room and wait for your turn to come. When your turn comes, you will hear a tone. It will be like then you will get two buttons, one on the left, one on the right. You will press the one on the right, which is register. What is helping me is the Google Translator add-on on the Google Chrome, so it's all translated in English. What you have to do here is to tick the two options here and then press the green button, which is next. Here you will have to choose a username and a password and confirm your password, and then you have to put your email address, and here it will ask you if you have ever dealt with the Department of Immigration, Diversity and Inclusion. You will pick no and then you will press next. After that, it will ask you if you have this email as a valid email address. You will press yes. In this next page, they will ask you to put 3 security questions with the answers, so you have to pick 3 questions and 3 answers, and this one will ask you on each login you log in on the Mon Projet account. So one of these questions will pop up. Note them on a paper or a notepad. This is the first security question. You can pause the video and see the drop list. This is the second security question. This is the third security question drop list. After you finish, you press next. In this page, you will put your last name, first name, your gender or sex, date of birth, city of birth, and your native country. And then you will press next. On this page, you have to put your address and put your home phone and work phone, and then you press on create. After you create your account, you will have only 72 hours to activate the link on your email. So now we will go to our email and activate our account. This is the email you will get from the Quebec Immigration. So to activate your account, you have to press on the link. Now your account is activated. Now time to fill in our application. After logging in, it will ask you for one of your 3 security questions, and you have to answer it correctly. This is what you will get when you first log in. The first thing you have to do is to make a request. You have to tick the option and press continue. Here it's asking to make sure your name and surname are written exactly as in your passport. These options you cannot change, so here you will put your surname, last name, first name. If you don't have a surname, you have to choose this one, and if you don't have a first name, you have to choose this one. Here you will put your citizenship or nationality, and here your first mother tongue language, second mother tongue language, current material status. This is the drop down list. Your passport number, country of issuing passport. If you have ever applied for Quebec and submitted a false information or misleading documents and you got refused by the ministry, you have to choose yes and put the date. If you didn't previously applied, then choose no. I don't know why this field is not showing on the translated page, but anyways, other names by which you are knowing. So if you have another name or you are using another name, you have to put it in here. The first field will be last name, first name, and the type will be, the first one is your name at birth. The second one is the change, if you have changed your name in a legal way, and this is the name after marriage, and this is a common name. You can choose any of these options if you have other names. Let's go to the next step. After you finish filling all the information here, you have to press this button. The next one is your qualifications. You have to click add. You have to put the country where you have obtained your diploma or degree, and then the date you started studying and the date of graduation. Search the title of your degree. You have to choose your title of your degree or certificate from this drop list. If you can't find your title of your degree, then you can write it manually by taking this option and writing the title of your degree manually. In this option, it will ask you if you have obtained a Quebec certificate from Quebec. You will choose no if you haven't. Here you have to write the length of your study. So you have to write it in French. If you don't know French, you can just translate it from English to French. It will be 3 ans. 3 ans. So you will copy 3 ans and put it over here. After you're done filling this, you will press the green button over here. So then it will ask you for the institution that issued your diploma. You will check the drop list and search for your institution and pick one. If you don't see your institution here or university, you can write it manually over here. Then you will press the green button. Now you have to choose your training field from the drop list over here. If you can't see your training field, then you have to put it manually here. And then you will press the green button. That's it for the first degree. You have to put your university degree or diploma, high school or secondary school and elementary school over here by pressing the add button. So after you finish, you have to press the validate button. Let's go to the next one, and it's the professional experience, which is your job experience. You have to put every job you have worked in the last 5 years. So you have to add your experience. What was your title in your job? Where you were a doctor, an engineer, electrical engineer, a nurse. Then the type of your job. The drop list will show you some options. You have to choose one. If you are working for a company, you will choose other employment. Here you will write the name of the company. Are you a business owner? And then the start date, end date. Are you still working in this position? The country of your work and the state. Here the MPC. I will tell you how you can find your MPC. Just stay with me. On this page, here you can find your NOC, which means National Occupational Classification. You will go down and you will find the search box. You have to write your job title here. Let's say mechanical engineer. So I'm a mechanical engineer technician under the section B, and the NOC is 2232. Let's go back to the form. When you put the 2232, you will get the code here with the name. The number of hours per week you have worked, let's say 45. Then you have to press the green button. After you add your work experience, you have to press the validate button, and then we can go to the next step. Here it will ask you what job or profession do you plan to practice in Quebec. So in the drop list window, you will see all these options. If you don't plan to practice any of this job on the drop list, you have to tick this option in here. I do not plan to practice a regulated trade or a profession governed by a professional order. I think this is a wrong translating, but if you don't want to work as the job listed in this list, you have to tick this option. If you have obtained a medical degree, then you have to choose yes or no. If you have practiced the teaching profession or working as a teacher, or you have trained to do, you have to choose yes or no, and then press the green button. The next step, which is language skills. If you have done a French test, you have to fill all the information here. If you don't have a French test, then you have to tick this option in here and press the green button. And then we will go to the written French. Also, if you didn't have the test, you have to tick the option in here and then press the green button. Now let's go to the English test. If you have done the IELTS exam, then you have to choose the IELTS from the drop list here. You will put the test number. The test number will be something like this one here. The test report form, and it's a long number, and you will put it here. The test date is the date showing here. Number of approved center, this is the center number, and the country of the approved center which you have taken the test in. Here you will put your listening score, and here your speaking score. If you have got something like 5.5, you have to put 5,5. Do not put 5.5 because it will give you an error. So you have to put 5,5 and then press the green button. Then we will go to the written English and we will do the same. You will choose the IELTS exam, the test number, the long number, and the date of the test, the number of the approved center, and the country where did you take the exam. Here you will put the result of the reading, let's say 6,0, and the writing 6,5, and then press the green button. Now to the next section, which is your history status. Press the add button. So on this page you have to put your status in where you have been working or staying, living. So you have to put from the past 10 years, let's say from 1st June 2016 until today, I have the same status. Here you will put the country and the status in this country. You have to choose one of the drop list options. And then press the green button. After you finish, you have to press the validate button. If you have stayed in Quebec, you have to mention. If you don't have a stay, you have to tick this option and press the validate option. If you have made any changes or add any information, you have to press a validate on each entry you have entered. So let's go to the next one, and it's the family in Quebec. If you don't have a family, you have to tick this option, and if you have a family, you have to fill all these fields. Let's go to the next one, and it's the previous application. Have you ever applied for permanent immigration to Quebec? Yes or no, you have to choose one. Select the program or programs under which have you already applied. Have you ever applied for immigration to Canada except in Quebec? Yes, no. Asylum in Canada. Have you ever made a refugee claim in Canada? Yes, no, and press the green button. Let's go to the next step, and it's the financial contract. This is the financial contract you will sign with the Quebec Immigration. you have to tick this option and press the green button. Let's go to the next one, and it's your mailing address. Press the copy button and it will copy your address from your residential address. If your mailing address is different than your residential address, you have to write it manually here and change it. After you finish, press the green button. Let's go to the next one, and it will ask you in which city or region you would like to stay in Quebec. So choose one of these and press the green button. Go to the next one. Source of information. Please give your information sources on immigration in Quebec. Choose one or two and press the green button. So now we are done from creating and filling all the forms in the Mon Project account. Now your account is ready to be submitted, but you cannot submit your application until Quebec Immigration Ministry announce the date of the submission. So if you have filled this application by yourself, you have to choose this one, and then you will write your city, and then you will press the submit button when the submission date comes. Good luck for everybody.